Lately, I've been getting the question why I don't do print on demand. Why do I spend thousands of dollars in manufacturing? What the advantage is? And if I could just create the same results doing print on demand, for example, with Amazon's KDP program, I wouldn't have to invest any money ahead of time and have no risk. I've done KDP for quite a few years, and it's not that it's not a great thing. I think that KDP has been phenomenal, but there are so many advantages to creating physical products that so outweigh the benefits of doing a KDP journal. I think we need to think about what is the type of product we want to create and what is the purpose of the product. If we're thinking of activity books, coloring books, and so on, I would say, yeah, sure, do KDP. Although for some coloring, I'm sure that a successful coloring book could be done better with high quality paper, but still, I would say yes, great. For guided journals and guided planners, however, I think that the quality of a KDP product does not nearly reach what the quality of a physical product would look like. And here I have two journals here. This is the Ritz's Fact journal from Amanda Francis, and this is one of my own journals. This is a KDP product. It is still a journal. You can journal in it. It won't lay flat. It's not the greatest journaling experience, regardless of the content. The content might be great. She's used color, which is beautiful that she's done that, but her margins for this are not great. And also the customer experience looking at this product, it doesn't feel like a high-end journal. It feels like a very thin, like papery type. Like, yeah, it's already bent quite a bit. The reason is that when Amazon offered a print-on-demand program, KDP, it was never truly meant for journaling. The paper is not meant for journaling. It bleeds through. The binding is not meant for journaling because it really does not lay flat. So it's a awkward writing experience. And while I've sold thousands of KDP journals myself and planners, over time I found not only do physical products have a much higher perceived value, a very different user experience. You have like something of high quality that looks great, that has beautiful printing. It can lay flat. It's a great journaling experience. And with that, it has a very different perceived value. While something like this, you can easily get away with selling for like $10 or so, right? A product like this, you can get away with selling for $30 because the perceived value is a very different one. This is even a higher printing cost than this product here. Yes, I don't have to upfront it, but it's a lot harder to sell this type of product unless you have a big audience. And even though she has a really, really big audience, she really struggles selling this product. It doesn't really sell a lot. And it's just not the greatest experience. And that's nothing to say against her. I think she's a wonderful person. It's just that KDP is not the ideal format for this type of product, especially if it's a product that is there like a funnel that leads to other offers that you might have. She has a lot of other different offers that a beautifully manufactured product can be a lot more attractive. So let me share a few key reasons why I moved away from KDP entirely. I don't sell any KDP journals. I have a few ones that maybe still generate a few sales, but I don't pursue KDP creation any longer. The market has totally shifted on Amazon. New products have come to the market. They have pushed away a lot of the KDP journals because a consumer, from a quality and from a standout perspective, is going to prefer this product over this material product. I think it's obvious. I don't even think I have to go into why. It's just like a different perceived value. It's a different experience. You're getting like a higher quality product, especially if the pricing difference isn't that significant. You rather go for this here. the profit margins from a seller's perspective are a lot higher for this type of product. I have incredible profit margins of over 50% with this product. And this is because the price is based on the perceived value. It's not based on the material cost. While the material cost is very similar in like, if I had this as a KDP journal, I would pay actually, I think, double what I'm paying per piece in manufacturing here. The perceived value is still different. Here, I'm paying less because I'm buying in bulk and I'm upfronting the risk. So, of course, there is more risk involved into it, but that doesn't mean it isn't lucrative to do it this way. I also want to have a lot more control over design. Like, I want to have a nice faux leather cover. I want to choose my binding. If I want to have spiral binding, I want to be able to do it. If I want to have nice ribbons, I want to be able to do it. If I want to have a nice gold stamp on my cover, I want to be able to do that. If I want to have a nice belly band, I want to be able to do that. If I want to have a linen cover, you know what I'm going to say. I want to be able to do that. And with KDP, there are just a lot of limitations. Yes, I can think of a cover and I can choose if I want a glossy or matte, but that's it. There's no binding options. There are limited sizing options. There's limited paper options. There's black and white or colorful. Where if you choose color printing, the price increases significantly. The worst thing is that if you're listing it on Amazon, KDP won't allow you to have photography for your KDP journal. You basically just have the cover of your product, but there's no additional photos. Now, if that now competes next to like really nicely photographed products where people can scroll through different photos and like really look at it. No wonder that a lot of these KDP journals have been pushed out of the search results. So we see when you're looking for guided journals, when you're looking for certain keywords related to journaling, you will find mostly physical products now. And this was something that I was predicting a few years ago. I was still doing KDP and I was saying, well, now we still see all the search pages full of KDP books, but this is going to change in the future. And a few years later, here we are now, and we find that most of the product results that we see are physical products because that is what the consumer is gravitating towards more and what they purchase more, not always in quantity, but in overall volume and sales volume and revenue for sure. There are definitely some KDP journals because they sell for a very low price that sell a lot. But in order to do well with KDP, you have to either have a massive audience or be able to get an incredible amount of volume. I'd rather sell 1,000 pieces with $10 in profit than selling 10,000 pieces at a $1 profit. It's a lot harder to sell 10,000 pieces than it is to sell 1,000 pieces. As I was recognizing over the years that physical products bring a lot more opportunity, this is when I switched as well. Then there's other possibilities that you can do. You can add post-its, you can add additional stickers, you can add bookmarks, you can add lots of different other things. You can bundle it, all of which you cannot do with KDP. Also, if you want to go into retail, wholesale, and so on, this is an avenue that is possible with your own physical product. You're building your own brand and you're building equity in your brand with that too. There's an asset that you're building. If I want to sell my different stationery brands, I can have a very beautiful exit and an investor will pay me quite a bit of money just to purchase my business and then continue running it. With KDP, that is not as likely. It's a lot harder to do that and to sell your KDP account. While in theory, it is possible too, but it's a lot harder too. And also KDP account, they have been a little bit harder to manage. There have been a lot of shutdowns over the past few years as well, where Amazon is very strict and it's very hard to get in touch with them to solve such a shutdown as well. So in the end of the day, the main reasons why I wouldn't do it is quality, it's credibility, it's how the brand is seen, of course, the journaling experience for the customer, and also because I personally would much rather buy this type of product, then I would want to buy a print-on-demand product, but then also from a business perspective, very different return on investment, very different return on effort. I don't have to sell as much volume to do as well or much, much better. And the moment I transitioned my focus on physical products instead of KDP journals, that's when my business really took off. And the numbers that I was able to make with my physical product were nowhere near what I was able to make with KDP. This is why I don't focus on KDP at all anymore. And if you want to seriously pursue creating a journal, I would recommend you to really look into having it manufactured, because the return, it's just a lot more attractive. The profit is a lot more attractive, and the product that you get to create is a lot more attractive as well. That's it from me. If you want support in having your product manufactured, there is a link down below. What we do is group purchasing. So we are a big group of people. We're purchasing from the top manufacturers, which is the reason why we also pay a lot less for our manufacturing than a lot of other people would do. And you would be surprised how little we pay. And that also makes it a lot more attractive for us to go the high quality route instead of going the print on demand route, which does not always look that great. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And any questions, of course, put them in the comments below. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.